Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you. You're watching another episode of Encounter. We still have the Professor Vedanarayan with us, who is an expert in Vedic chanting and Vedic scripts, and he has given us an introduction in the last episode. Professor, thank you for still being with us. I will ask you, can we still have a recap of the introduction of what are ancient Vedic scriptures, please?
Yes. Vedas, as I was mentioning in the last episode, the entire gamut of knowledge, we believe those follow the Sanatana Dharma. It can be contained in the 4 Vedas, and to interpret these 4 Vedas, we have the 6 Vedangas.
Yes.
Apart from that, to Mimamsa. Mimamsa is to the procedure, and Nyaya, logic, and depend all the principles what have been contained in the Vedas.
So it has the pronunciation.
Yes.
It has where the words originate.
Correct.
It has
Grammar. Yes.
The structure.
The structure.
So it has also the
astronomy.
The astronomy.
Yes.
And the procedure.
Procedure.
Yeah.
All these things are contained, then only you will be able to understand the Vedas properly.
All right.
And apart from that, if you want to, there are also, because it is very, very easy to bring out a point. If I tell you a story, you will understand it better.
Okay.
So we have all the mythology, you have the Puranas. Yes. We have 18 volumes of Puranas written by Vedavyasa.
That's a lot of reading.
Yes. Then you have the Dharma Shastra, the code of conduct, how a human being should conduct himself, which is again based on the Vedas. In fact, if you read those Dharma Shastra, you will see that whatever we are following today is against the code of conduct. Anyway. So,
but this is why they say that it is a way of living then.
Absolutely.
Right,
so we have these 14 branches of knowledge. Apart from this, you have also called the Upavedas. What are the Upavedas? You have the Ayurveda, the science of medicine.
Yeah.
Then you have Arthashastra, the science of economics. Then you have Dhanurveda, the science of weaponry. And 4th one, Gandharva Veda, the art, music, dance, all these things come.
The artistry aspect.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, this entire knowledge can be contained only in these 18 branches.
That's very impressive. It sounds a lot. There's a lot to learn. That's why people take so many years to study.
Correct.
The Vedic scriptures. To our viewers, from your personal experience, why is it important for you to study the scriptures?
Very good point. Because if you understand how the Vedas have originated, you will understand the value of that. Because we believe that the entire creation, the secret of creation, if you can learn the Vedas, you will be able to understand. Now, I am sure that it is a very grand statement.
Yes, it is a massive statement.
Well, let me slightly go further with some small examples. What are Vedas? First, let us understand it. When I say Vedas, the first claim anybody can ask, who has written those Vedas?
Yes, please. Yeah.
And the answer, what I am going to give you, surprise you, it is Apaurusheya. It is not written by anyone. The next question, what you will ask is, okay,
how did it come?
How did it come?
Yes.
This is a scientific world. You cannot say here is a book and there is no author for it. Okay, you may even ask, okay, at least when it is published. No, it has been existing long time. If I say that, you will laugh at me, there is something wrong with you, seriously. That's what you will tell me. But then the question arises how they came into existence. Because These are the sages. Then sages would have written it. They say no. Sages, they discovered it. They are not the authors. They are only the seers. I will just explain to you. Give me. For example, if we say that Columbus discovered America, America was already existing there.
Yes, he was the first one
He
to
was
see
the
it.
first one to see it and proclaim to the world, here is a land called America.
But the land was already there.
Already there.
All right, I get your point.
So he did not create it. He did not create it.
No.
So also, sages did not create the Vedas. They discovered the Vedas for the humanity.
All right. But in the case of America, we know how it was formed, the volcanoes and all, and how the history of Earth, how it came. And
Correct.
we have a notion of how the creation and all happened.
Yes.
I hope you can give me an answer the same for Vedic.
Yes. If it was discovered, where it was there, in what form? That is going to be your next question, is it not?
Yes, please answer it.
Yes. These were present in the form of sound vibrations. I will give you an example. Now we are sitting in this room. Somebody calls you on your mobile, or let me even take the example of a radio. Sitting in this room without going anywhere, I am going to tune into Radio Mauritius. You immediately, it starts singing for you whatever the program is. Slight change of that, you will be able to get All India Radio.
Yes.
What is that you are doing? You have a proper instrument here, and you are just to change the tuning difference, and you are able to connect it to that particular station.
100%.
Is there is any wire running between your instrument and to the place? Absolutely no.
No.
Why? The sound vibration, the sonic vibration, in the form of electromagnetic waves are spread into the whole atmosphere.
And science has proved it also.
Yes. And with the instrument called radio, you are able to tune it properly and you are able to receive that particular frequency.
100%, yes.
So also here, the sound vibrations which are present everywhere in the universe, the sages, they could control their senses and make their mind one-pointed. And when they could go inside, they could tune in themselves and they became one with the forces of the nature. So they could hear those vibrations which are the powers, all the creative power of the universe, all these vibrations they could grasp.
Okay, you have to explain a bit more. How do you grasp these vibrations?
Yes. If by an instrument could catch the vibration that is present in this universe, so also our mind, if we can concentrate in the silence, we will be able to develop our inner faculties. We can fine tune them, by which you will be able to hear even minutest sound in our life.
Is it what you're trying to say is a kind of meditation?
Yes.
Okay.
Because usually the human ear can hear only certain frequencies, I think above 20 hertz or something, only then.
There's a range of decibels that we can hear.
We can hear. Below that we cannot hear. But just because we cannot hear, can we say that it doesn't exist?
Of course. Of course.
So the thing is, if we can make a mechanism by which, if our body can be attuned to those vibrations, we can also receive those vibrations.
Okay.
So these vibrations, what they received, these sound vibrations, they have the ability to create as well as to destroy. I will prove my point by telling you an experiment what we followed in our school. We took two sets of plants and one set all ideal. In every this thing we gave the equal sunlight. Only the difference between two of these, one group of plants we exposed them to Gayatri mantra,
All right.
the most powerful and
Mantra,
mantra.
yes.
We exposed them, whereas the other set of plants we actually exposed to the modern jazz music.
That's not bad. Okay.
Okay. So, in due course of time what had happened, these plants which were exposed to Gayatri mantra, in no time they grew and flowered, whereas the other one wilted away. See, we have not given anything extra. So, this experiment showed that sound vibration can either regenerate or degenerate.
Okay. Yeah.
So, with that, the same sound vibration what are there, these are the creation. For the creation, God made use of these sound vibration for the creation of the universe.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense because sound is energy.
Energy. So, also now why everybody should learn the Vedas? I will come to this, then I will go to the what are the things we can practically put into practice in our daily life.
Please do.
One good thing by learning the Vedas, what we are doing today, we are all over the world, we hear that there is lot of earthquakes, tsunamis, you have where everything, the entire atmosphere is goofed up.
Yes.
Okay, and who is responsible for it? It is
Humans.
Absolutely, because we are responsible
For climate change.
Yes, and I may go one step further that it is our greed that is responsible for this.
All right.
In fact, Sai Baba also said that, see, anything, nasreyo nemam vina, he says, anything you do in a proper limitation. We are not happy with that. For example, if you wanted to get petroleum, you go on and on pumping and pumping and pumping out. So what happens? A vacuum is created, natural vacuum. So the earth tried to shake, ultimately the earthquake results.
All right.
So everything like that, we have the deforestation, and because of that we don't have proper rain. We have drought where rainy season, and we have floods. All kind of. Now there is no way in which we can control this, because what is the responsibility for that? It is the action of human being.
Which has caused all these
All these
reactions.
things. So in what way we can set back? One of the ways are by pumping into the atmosphere the original sound vibrations which the sages have given us, the creative vibration, by injecting them into this atmosphere, we can bring out about a balance into it. Let me give you a simple example.
Yes, I would ask you, what's the science behind it? Yeah.
Yes, I will tell you. The thing is, for example, you are going for a morning walk and it is so cool, there is a lake, placid lake, there is no wind, nothing. Your childish curiosity, you took a pebble and put it in the
Lake.
What happens? There are ripples of waves,
Yes.
is it not?
Yeah.
Not one, not two. And those waves go till the
shore.
shore.
Yeah.
Now, suddenly I felt I want to make a full stop to it. This too much. I want it to stop. How can I stop it? There is a way. Yes, by creating counter waves. How I will create? I am going to sit on the bank of the lake and tap the water. What happens? Counter waves are produced. So the waves coming from the middle and the waves coming from the shore, it gets neutralized.
Yeah.
That is what we are going to do when we learn the Vedas, and when we chant the Vedas, this positive energy, it doesn't belong to that place alone. It spreads all over the universe.
Chanting the Vedas helps your body to vibrate at a certain energy level.
Not only
but
the
you become an
individual
instrument.
level, it also helps in the universal level.
Yes, exactly. So initially it's more on individual level, which also spreads to all around.
Absolutely.
But even Vedic chanting also is a very powerful tool, because you chant certain sounds that helps your body elevate to a certain level.
Absolutely. Because Vedic, see, it is not mere sounds. See, you should
It's very
understand that.
specific sounds.
Very specific, because it is not like, you should not mistake that with chanting of any particular stotras.
Yes.
See, they don't, we can put our own tune for that. But Vedic chanting is such that the intonation there has got a meaning. There are, intonation means ups and downs. Om Ganana Tva Ganapadigum Havamahe. Here you see that certain letters are going up and down. So the thing is, that is very, very important here. If you call people, those who know stotra, they can chant stotras in 100 different ways.
Yes.
But if you call the Vedic Pandits to chant the Veda, they can only chant in one way.
The way that you just,
Yes.
yeah, all right.
That intonations are very, very important. So this is the original intonations which has been handed over for thousands of years without any change.
All right.
You will ask me, how do you know there is no change?
Well, before I'll ask you how there's no change, I would say, why is it important to sing in those specific tones?
Because intonations have meaning in the Vedas. You may
All
ask
right.
how. For example, though the words what we use in the Vedas, it is Sanskrit, but the intonation, it gives meaning.
Yes.
See, simple example. Suppose your friend is sitting, has happened to come to your house. So you are surprised and you welcome him, please come, 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 you say. At that time, suddenly a person whom you don't like, he also happened to come into the house. Now you have no option in front of your friend, you don't want to even show it off. So what you say? Come, come. When the first friend came, how you come, come, come. With
Yes.
that, now the same words you have used, but see the intonation different.
It is a different body language, it's a different way of saying.
That
yes.
I really don't like you coming, but still you can come. You understood? So this is how
you
the
never
intonation.
refuse a guest at your doorstep, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the intonation difference, it can make so much of difference. So
right.
also in the Vedic science.
All right.
And now these, when we pronounce it in the correct way, so more and more positive vibration, which are regenerative, is pushed into the atmosphere, and we can help the humanity, because whenever we pray for the welfare of everyone.
Yes.
That is what we pray for. Now, there are certain things which are said in the Dharma Shastras which we can follow in our daily life and protect ourselves. Like in Vedas, it is beautifully explained what we should do, what we should not do. First of all, how we should sleep.
Yeah, please
Many
share a few
people,
tips with
many
us.
people
Yeah.
say that they don't get sleep at night.
No.
But many of them, they do not know that whenever they sleep, they should keep their head pointing towards south. It's a must. You should keep your pillow towards south.
South.
That is, your head should be towards south, or next best option towards east. Never towards north or west. You may ask why.
Is that a Vastu thing or Feng
It is
Shui?
not Vastu. It is a simple example is, if you look scientifically, because nowadays all the children, they ask for why.
Yeah, of course.
Because say we have the north pole, is it not? The magnetic pole. And anything which has got iron content, it get attracted to it.
Yes.
You agree that in our blood we have the iron content?
Yes.
So when you keep your head towards north while sleeping, there is a tendency that all the blood get accumulated toward the head. More there is.
So it helps the blood to better circulate in the body?
No. What happens? If blood circulation is more in the head, you won't get proper sleep.
All right.
When you Instead, you put the head towards south. What happens? The blood is drawn away from your brain to more legs and other parts. Then, when there is less blood circulation, you feel drowsy and sleepy. Simple.
Okay.
I'll give one more example. Immediately after a good meal, you want a dose of why? Because all the blood from our body rushes to our stomach
Yes.
to make sure that the food is digested properly. So naturally, when blood is drawn, you feel drowsy.
And you want to have a nap. Is there before ending this episode, one or two more tips that you would like to share?
Second thing is, once you get up from the bed, it is said that it is always from the ancient days, it is a practice that of course in India, whatever we do, we always connect it with some spiritual significance. Like we always say that we have to put both the hand. The moment you get up from the bed, instead of taking your mobile, you keep your hands in front of your face.
Yeah.
Even there is a prayer is there actually. We pray to God, okay, Kara, Gre, Vasude, Lakshmi. Even if you don't know the prayer, just keep your hands like this. Do you know why?
No.
Because you have been laying down flat. Suddenly when you get up, the blood pressure in the heart is become different.
Yes.
And there is a very chance of you are getting a stroke.
Okay.
So when you raise the left hand, the pressure is normalized. That is why even when they check the BP, the hand is kept to the level of the heart. So when you, even for few seconds, when you lift it up, naturally the pressure in the heart is normalized.
It's just to ease the transition to
Yes.
get
So
from
many
that.
such beautiful things have been said in the Vedas. But the thing is, no, we always attach to a prayer to it because we always try to connect to divinity so that our life becomes so beautiful.
All right, that makes sense.
Another point is, before you put your feet down from the bed, we always, what we do, there is another prayer which says, it's a beautiful prayer, the meaning of it says, "O Mother Earth,
Yes.
you are the consort of Lord Vishnu. O Mother, please forgive me. I am going to put my feet on you. Please forgive me." What a beautiful concept of respecting nature.
Respect and humility.
Humility. And what we do is, before putting our feet, with our fingers, we touch the floor and touch it on our forehead. Now, the significance here is, if you directly put your feet on the ground, the static electricity which has been formed when you are laying down, now when you suddenly put it on the ground, what happens?
It gets
The
connected.
earth,
Yeah.
it pulls it down because of. So every day this type of electricity being passing through your feet, what happens? You are bound to get rheumatism and sciatic pain.
So that's the reason why you touch it first?
So when you touch with the nails,
Yeah.
nails are very good conductors.
Yeah.
The moment you touch, the static electricity is passed onto the earth and you are safe from that. So whatever prescription, the Vedic prescription which has been given, it is, we call it Veda, it is a mother. So mother always gives what is best for your life.
What is most amazing is all this knowledge has been there for thousands of years.
Yes.
And many of them we are not even discovering now, we're simply just rediscovering.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for sharing all these scientific reasons behind the Vedic scriptures. Professor Vedanarayanan, thank you very much for being with us. It has been an immense pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for visiting us here, and thank you for coming to Mauritius.
Thank you so much. It has been a wonderful day. And dear listeners, thank you for all your patience. God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us for this episode of Encounter. Feel free to drop us an email if you have any inquiries or suggestions. Stay tuned to Encounter. We'll be back next week at the same time on the same channel.